But you, I will not deign to include.
He was so devoted to us.
Now look here, Mr. Barringer.
I once had a friend who was Asiatic, but perhaps they weren't real ones.
I've known some real ones.
I may or may not have known an Asiatic person.
I had him when he was just a kitten.
They're yellow, I tell you. Bright yellow!
Well, whatever they are, you're bright red.
Oh!
This is getting serious.
He was so clean, he always used his tray.
That's the way you feel? This is the last time. You'll see me. I'm not going to waste any more of my time on a fool like you!
He always made himself understood.
There are white Asiatics as well, and black and blue, and even some like us.
You drunkard!
I'm not going to stand for that.
He could almost talk. In fact, he did.
You shouldn't have made him so angry.
It wasn't my fault.
Go and get a little coffin for the poor thing.
I think you're right. It's the Asiatic rhinoceros with 2 horns and the African with 1.
But he was saying the opposite.
You were both wrong.
Even so, you were right.
Come with me, we're gonna put him in this little box.
No, never!
If you don't mind me saying so, I think Mr. Eugene was right.
Now you must be reasonable.
May I come with you?
Obviously, it's the Asiatic rhinoceros with 1 horn and the African with 2. And vice versa.
Don't you bother.
Oh, you always have to be different from everybody else.
Oh, Daisy was right. I should have never quarreled with Gene.
Your husband's right. If the Asiatic rhinoceros has 2 horns, then the African must have 2, and vice versa.
His temper's his only fault.
Maybe they're both
You're mistaken, my friend.
I'm very sorry. I'm sure.
Deep down, he's got a heart of gold. He's done me many a good turn.
If the one has 1, the other must have 2.
No, I think it's the other with the 2 and the 1 with the 1.
He's always trying to dazzle people with his knowledge. He'll never admit he's wrong.
Have you any proof?
Proof of what?
Of the statement you made just now, which started the unfortunate row with your friend.
Yeah, you got any proof?
How do you know that it's the one with the 1 and the other with the 2, and which is which?
He doesn't know any more than we do.
We don't even know that there were 2 rhinoceroses. I myself only think there was 1.
Well, let's just say there were 2.
Was the African rhinoceros the one with 2 horns or the one with 1 horn?
No, I think it's the African with the 2 horns. I think.
It's not easy to agree on this.
Still, the matter must be cleared up.
Excuse me for the interruption, but that is not the question. Allow me to introduce myself.
He's a magician!
Oh, a magician, is he?
My friend, the magician.
Well, very happy to meet you.
Professional magician. My card. Now, would you mind telling us then, sir, if it is the African rhinoceros that is single-horned,
Or bicorn.
And is the Asiatic rhinoceros bicorn?
Or unicorn?
Exactly. That is not the question. Let me make myself clear.
But it's still what we're trying to figure out.
Kindly allow me to speak, gentlemen.
Let him speak!
A chance to speak.
We're listening, sir.
Now, I'm addressing you in particular, and all the others present as well.
Us as well.
You see, you've gotten away from the problem which instigated the debate. In the first place, you were deliberating whether or not the rhinoceros which passed by just now was the same one that passed by earlier, or if it was another. That is the question to decide.
Yeah, but how?
Thus, you may have seen on 2 occasions a single rhinoceros bearing a single horn.
A single rhinoceros on 1 occasion.
Bearing a single horn.
Or you may have seen on 2 occasions 1 rhinoceros bearing 2 horns.
A single rhinoceros with 2 horns on 2 occasions.
Exactly. Or again, you may have seen a single rhinoceros bearing a single horn followed by another also with a single horn. Or again, you may have seen a single rhinoceros bearing 2 horns followed by another also with 2 horns.
That's true.
Now, if you'd seen,
If we had seen.
if on the first occasion you had seen a single rhinoceros bearing 2 horns,
With 2 horns.
and on the second occasion you'd seen a single rhinoceros bearing only 1 horn,
With 1 horn.
that wouldn't be conclusive either.
Even that wouldn't be conclusive.
Why not?
Oh, I don't get it at all.
Shoo.
For it is possible that since its first appearance, the rhinoceros may have lost one of its horns, and that the first and second transit were still made by a single beast.
Yeah, but
Don't interrupt.
It may also be that 2 rhinoceroses, each with 2 horns, may have each lost a horn.
That is possible.
Yes, that is possible.
Why not?
Now, if you could prove that on the first occasion you saw a single rhinoceros bearing a single horn, either Asiatic or African,
Asiatic or African.
and on the second occasion you saw a single rhinoceros bearing 2 horns,
1 with 2.
no matter whether African or Asiatic,
African or Asiatic.
we could then conclude that we were dealing with 2 different rhinoceroses. For it is hardly likely that a second horn could grow sufficiently in the space of a few minutes to be visible on the nose of one of these strange creatures.
Hardly likely.
That would imply 1 rhinoceros either Asiatic or African,
Asiatic or African.
and another either Asiatic or African.
Asiatic or African?
Yes.
For good logic cannot entertain the possibility that the same creature be born in 2 places at the same time.
Or even successively.
Which was to be proved.
yeah, but in any case, that doesn't answer the question.
Obviously, my dear sir, but at least now the problem is correctly posed.
Logical, it's quite logical.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
It may be logical. It may be logical. But we're not going to stand for rhinoceroses running down our cats in our streets right before our eyes, whether they're African or Asiatic, 1-horned or 2. We're not going to stand for it.
He's right. We're not going to stand for our cats being run down by anything rhinoceros or otherwise.
We're not going to stand for
Are
it.
you coming in? The customers will be here any minute.
Nope, not standing for it.
Oh, I should have never quarreled with Gene. He gets into such a rage. Hey, get me a brandy. Make it a double.
Come on.
Oh, I should have never quarreled with Gene. Now I'm too agitated to go to the museum. I'm gonna cultivate my mind some other time. Ah.